Next, we'll talk about the autofill function. Excel is kind of smart. It tries to predict what you want to do and it tries to help you. For example, we have a group of numbers. So for example, say we have uh, 1, 2. Then by 1, 2, Excel may try to guess, say you want to make a series, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, but we don't need to type other numbers. We select those two numbers, we move the mouse over this point. It's called handle. You can see the shape of the mouse change. We hold the left button of the mouse, drag, drag them. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. The same thing, like January, we do again with the mouse, drag it. How about that? We have the years, we have the date. We can do the same thing here. If we say this will change for the date, for the day. How about if we want to change it for the month? You can say it change by the month. How about if we want to change by the years? Year. We don't have enough space. Double click here. Double click here. This is called the fit. Auto fit. This auto fill are different. How about we have T1? Try it. If we have CIS 2003, what do we get? Something like this. So it's a useful function. Next, we'll talk about the date function. So first, let's say we want to know the today. Why? Today we don't have arguments. Then if we want the now, sometimes we get a year, we get a month, we get a day. We want to get a date. So what should we do? We put the date, then in the year. What's the year? What's the month? What's the day? And if we get the date, we want to get what's the day. So we use the same function day. Like here, we want to get from this date. The date is first. What's the month? The month should be February 2. What's the year? The year should be 2014. And the date, work days, means we have a start day, we have an end day. Then what is the working days? Exclude the holidays. For example, say we have here. Then how many we have 2 days? Then how many working days do we have? Sometimes, like say, you want to calculate the salary. So yeah, I want to get the date works, and this is start day. This is the end day. Then we have 20 date working days. And this is about say we have a start day. We want to get the weekday, like say for 2014 February 1st. It's Monday, it's Tuesday, it's Friday. We can get it. Say weekday here. It should be Saturday. Saturday is 7 because Sunday is 1, Monday is 2, so Sunday is 7. That's work day. How about the work day? This we calculate this will have a start day. After some days, what, for example, let's do it the work day. So this is today, but after 49 days, what's that date? It's April 10th. So that's the set of function. Once an automation is here, so when we look at the formula, like say this formula, what's the formula year? Okay, let's look at the year. YEAR. If we put it directly, put a date, it doesn't work. You know why? Because for this function, we asked for a serial number. Excel save those dates as some serial number. We'll talk about this later. But now you need to remember that when you use the date functions like year, remember you cannot directly type the day. You maybe want to use reference. Reference is okay. So if you directly type the date, it doesn't work. Just keep this in mind. Later we have if function. If function is very useful. For example, what's the if function? Okay, so look at say we have like a Sunday, we have Monday. So we want to know if it's Sunday, then it's holiday. If Monday is a work day. So we make if function. If the K37, K35 equal to Sunday, then it means Sunday should be a holiday, weekend. If it's not, then it's a weekday. So look at this function again. This is the if function. The if function will have three arguments. The first argument, we separated the argument with the comma. We have two comma because we have three arguments. So we separate. The first argument is the logical test. Say if this is true, the K37 is Sunday. If K37 or no K75 is equal to Sunday, then we retain this value. It means that if this logical test is true, we retain this value. If it's false, this logical test is false, we retain this value. So let's say it again. So if we copy this to here, we get a weekend. It's Monday. Here, this is a relative reference. We compare L75 equal to Sunday because it's false, right? It's false, so we retain weekend day. For here, we compare the K75, this K75 equal to Sunday. It's true because here we have Sunday. It's true, so we retain this value. We also can retain this is text. You can retain some number, it's okay. So you can put some number here if you want. The point is we make a logical test. If it's true, we retain value, this value. This is the second argument. If it's false, we retain the third argument. For logical test, we have equal, just like the example. We can have a greater than, we have less than, we have those, we can have not equal. All of those are logical tests. Say A1 equal to B1, A1 is greater than B1, where A1 is less than B1. Based on logical test, we can decide we want to retain this value or this value. So we have two options. If true, we retain this. If this logical test is false, we retain this, just like in this example. So if it's Sunday, like say this equal to Sunday, we retain 3. But in this example, the L75 function L75 is Monday. Monday is not equal to Sunday, so it's false. The results of this logical test is false, so we return this. That's the logical test. Then we will look at lookup function. Lookup function is very useful. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 arguments. Let's look at an example. For example, we have a car insurance. We have a different plan. Plan A, 200. Plan B, 150. Plan C, 100. We have family plan. So here, if we want to make a calculation, say I choose single A. Then what's my plan? What's the fee I want to pay? I need to pay. We can use the VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP. So the first argument is this. This is the value we want to use for looking up. The second argument is the range. So it's a table array. So it's from here to here. You can say it's from K94 from here to L98 from here. The third argument is say what's the column, because in this example we want to get the fit. The fit is this is the first column, this is the second column. So we put a 2 here. The last argument is the logical value. It can be true, it can be false. This time we use false. We will learn how to use true in later other course. So we use false. We get a 200. How about say if I change the plane, I want to get a single C, I get 100. If we change the plane to family A, so that's the benefit. Let's look at function again. So the function here, we look up the first argument is the value, this value, like this plane we want to use for looking up. The second is the table. Actually, this is a small table. We need to, based on the plan, we want to look for the fee. So here, because this family plan is given, based on this is given, we're looking for this table and get the fate. So the first value is this, is the value we want to use for looking up. The second argument is the range of the table. It's from here to here. And the third is which column we need to retain the value. This is column A, this is column B, or column 2. So that's why we put the value 2 here. Last is the false. We will explain this in other class, in later class. So that is the lookup function. The basic is we have this value. We want to get, based on this, we want to get other value because they have some, plan A, we get 200, plan B, we get 150. But we don't want to do this. We can ask Excel use the function to automatically say every time when you get the plan, you can automatically get the fee. So that's the lookup function. Finally, we have what if analysis. For example, you want to graduate in 4 years. The total required is 122 credits. And the first year you get 30, second year you get 40, third year you get 35. Then what are the credits you need to get in 4th year? Certainly we can try it, right? Like say we use sum, we put them together, we add them together. So now it's 105. We make some numbers and like 13, no good enough. Maybe 4, 15, 17. Okay. So by this we know we need 17 credits in year 4. But Excel provides other convenient way to do this. For example, say we can use go to data and what if analysis. Choose this one, go thick. So we want to set this cell we want to this is say what we want to get 122 in this cell. So 122 means we want to change it by change this value. Finally, we want to get 122. Then by changing this cell, because finally we get 17. We don't need to do the calculation. Excel can help us to do it. So let's say it again. They and what if, choose go thick. So this is where we want to, this is the formula. Because we want to finally, we want this number be 122. Okay, let's do it again. Say delete this. Yeah, so far it's 105. Yeah, in this cell, and we want to get it 120. Then we want to say what number, this number we want to change to make this number equal to 122. Okay, got it. So that is what if analysis.